looked to get jumping together last time out of Weatherby. It's a blow for them.
Further reduces the size of this field. A reminder of the non-runners here. We do not have Bible Lord. Lesling Taylor's out. From Dawn to Dusk is out, and Pop is out. I make it 16 for those betting each way. You still get paid out on the first 4. Is there a late steamer here? Not really. Tranquil Sea heads the market at 11 to 2. 6 to 1. The money's already been done, Ballyfit. 7 to 1, Chapeau Turgeon. 10 to 1, Northern Alliance. And according to Pete, and it is 12 to 1, Poquelin and Tatnan. They're making their way towards the chute. This is the Paddy Power Gold Cup Steeplechase Grade 3, £150,000. And to call them home, here's Mike Catamol.
Thanks, Nick. They're walking in then, ready for the Paddy Power of 2009. And they're off and running into stride with Aarvik, the former winner, and top weight leading them to the first of the 15 fences. Ballyfitz is in a handy position too as they take that first fence. Not sure whether Tatnan jumped particularly high at that. He seemed to lose a little bit of ground in the air. They're settling down. Aarvik, then Ballyfitz, Il Duce. And also on the heels of these leaders is Tarotino as they take that second fence. Chapeau Turgeon is held up by Timmy Murphy in the early part of the race. And they're making their way across the intersection. And Aarvik is opening up by 3 lengths now to in second place, according to Pete, as they took that fence. Ballyfitz racing in third. Il Duce is in fourth as they take the turn. Followed by Tarotino on the outside, Tranquil Sea of Hold'em. Then on the inside is Poquelin, Ruby Walsh sitting in about 7th or 8th place in the early part of the race as the runners head down the hill. In the middle of the field, further back in the field then as they settle down in the early part of the race, Northern Alliance, Paul Carberry in the rear third of the field then as they go round towards the home straight, and Nowhere is restrained 3 lengths off the main pack, just tracking Chapeau Turgeon, and 3 Mirrors brings up the rear. They're coming towards the 4th fence, and it's Aarvik and, according to Pete, from on the outside, Il Duce. Then in 4th place, just behind these, Ballyfitz. In fact, he moves up to 3rd now. Tarotino, Hold'em, Poquelin saves ground on the inside. The white face of Tranquil Sea on the outside of these. And then behind these leaders, just held on to. A bit keen early on. The green cap of Tatnan won't settle just yet. My Petra is held on to as well on the inside of the course as the runners make their way now back onto the inside course proper and approach fence number 6. Aarvik, according to Pete, Ballyfitz, Il Duce, and then Tarotino and Hold'em. Tartak is just chasing them up there with Poquelin. And also in that group just behind these is I'm So Lucky, who's in there right and thick in the middle of the field there. On the outside then is Tatnan. You can already see the mud splattered in the jockey's goggles already. My Petra on the rail is next, Chapeau Turgeon, then Northern Alliance in the green and red stripes, followed by Nowhere, 2 lengths away last of the main group, and a yawning gap to 3 Mirrors and Graham Lee, who aren't enjoying this at all, and a losing touch, and looks like it's going to be pulled up before they get to fence number 7. So as they took that, it's Aarvik then, who just about has the advantage, but pestered all the time by, according to Pete, and Ballyfitz. Then Il Duce, Hold'em and Tarotino, followed by Tranquil Sea. Poquelin is there as well. Tatnan on his outside. The meat in the sandwich is Tartak. Chapeau Turgeon takes off on the outside with I'm So Lucky next as they take that tricky downhill fence. My Petra towards the back of the field, and we lost Chapeau Turgeon there. Chapeau Turgeon and Timmy Murphy part company at that downhill fence as the runners continue over the water jump. Aarvik the leader, the former winner, the top weight from according to Pete. On the outside, moving strongly is Il Duce running a big race. Getting closer now is Tranquil Sea in the orange and purple diamonds as they go over the next. A mistake by Ballyfitz there, hit that fence particularly hard, the open ditch. Gets a reminder. Then on the outside, looks as though something's gone wrong with I'm So Lucky, who's being pulled up. I'm So Lucky out of the race, and before they reach that 11th fence over on the far side of the course. My Petra didn't jump all that well towards the back of the field. Looks as though Poquelin could be struggling. He's being pulled wide by Ruby Walsh. Tatnan trying to make his ground up the inside of the green cap, but it's still Aarvik. He's getting a great tune out of him as Danny Cook from on the outside, Il Duce, as they take the open ditch to the top of the hill. Then into 3rd place goes Tranquil Sea, who makes a bit of a move now, looking for Northern Alliance, who's not picked them up at any stage. At the back of the field, Poquelin looks as though he might be pulled up. Northern Alliance has tailed off. Tatnan trying to hang on to the leaders. Hold'em's making an effort. Ballyfitz is also struggling to hang on to them too. but it's Il Duce Vic who comes under pressure now, and on the outside Tranquil Sea and Andrew McNamara, who seem to be full of running. According to Pete is next, followed by Hold'em, the weakening Ballyfitz, then Tartak, and then Tatnan as the runners come down the hill towards the third last, and the field are incredibly well strung out here. Coming down to the third last now, and it's Tranquil Sea and Il Duce who's running a massive race here for Sam Jones. Tranquil Sea now comes through and takes over as they come down to the second last. Vic isn't done with and comes back for more. So too is Hold'em, and on the inside then is, according to Pete, Tranquil Sea up to the second last, jumps it narrowly. Oh, in second place, a bad mistake by Hold'em and Jamie Moore, and then on the inside is Vic, who's continued to try and come back to them, but Tranquil Sea has got 3 lengths on the field as he comes round to the home straight with one more fence to take here in the Paddy Power Gold Cup of 2009, and it's Tranquil Sea and Andrew McNamara as they come up towards the 15th and final fence. 3 lengths to the good over Hold'em. Staying on again is Pocklan, who's leaving it late. Tranquil Sea, Hold'em. Pocklan, having dropped himself out, is coming right back in there with a charge, but Tranquil Sea is finding more up the hill, and he reaches another gear, 4 or 5 lengths clear. He's getting a bit weary now, but he's done more than enough. Always going well, and Tranquil Sea will win the Paddy Power for Ireland, and Eddie O'Grady, their first win for 29 years. Pocklan and Garrett second, Hold'em third, Ballyfitz was next, according to Pete, and then Vic, the former winner, was 6th, Il Duce 7th, Tartak next. Could be the last to finish.
Oh, desperate stuff, but a very impressive winner in the conditions, Tranquil Sea, who was the only horse who travelled with fluency throughout the 2009 Paddy Power Gold Cup. And as Mike Cattermole told you, the first Irish winner, amazingly, since Bright Highway in 1980. And the veteran trainer, the great trainer Edward O'Grady, has a Paddy Power. Andrew McNamara, hero of the Champion Chase 2005 on New Mill, wins the Paddy Power of 2009 on Tranquil Sea. 2 out, it was a question of how far, but they were all legless after the last, and he had enough in reserve to hold off. Enough time to change the goggles turning for home McNamara. Pocklan was tailed off and has run on from nowhere to give Paul Nicholls his best finish in this race. Hold'em has run a stormer. Ballyfitz has run on, having looked beaten. According to Pete, with credit, now Vic's run well for a long way, but with due respect to all the above named, Tranquil Sea today was much, much the best and way ahead of the handicapper.
Yeah, he's stormed home. Just out of it, another race where dominated by horses who've raced towards the hours. I remember a few years ago this meeting that had happened. I don't know if that's significant, but I'm getting the feeling it is. But this horse has just travelled like a dream. He got a good view at all his fences. His speed in between them was a class above his rivals. He's idled a bit on the run-in, but he's an absolutely emphatic winner. Hold'em's run a stormer, an absolute stormer. I didn't think he'd do this with his track, but he's run probably a career best effort here. And Pocklan's run an amazing race with ground which has probably gone against him. He's run an absolutely blinding race to be placed, and yeah, all credit to him. Ballyfitz made some mistakes, got outpaced and stayed on again. He's run a perfectly adequate race, but the winner was in a different league.
Bad mistake, Tatnan at the first. Christian Williams was calling a cab toward the outside. 3 Mirrors was already tailed off by the second and was showing very little interest at all. We come to the